Hi everyone and welcome to yesterday's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it. So at General Hospital, Felix is there. Oh my god, I feel like it's been forever since we saw Felix. More Felix, please. Jason tries to leave and Sam comes in. They gotta run a few tests before he can leave, and Sam super not thrilled that she wasn't told. Sam asks why he's in the hospital and he tells her that her dad drugged him. Normal soap opera stuff. Why not? He tells her what happened at the restaurant and that Julian is genuinely afraid for all of them. And then he brings up going to a safe house, and he's 100% serious about the safe house. That they're all vulnerable, but he's not going to go because he's figuring this out and he wants these people, exposed. So they're scheming, and Felix comes back in. Sam asks when Julian's physical therapy appointment is, and Felix is like, sorry, I can't tell you, but, the schedule's printed out at the nurse's station, but don't ask me, when his appointment is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Also at the hospital, Franco realizes he saw the trophies at Seth Baker's house, and he asks to talk to the detective outside his room, and the nurse is going to go get him. Franco wants to take his IV out and, leave, but, ugh, and I'm glad they finally addressed that, because all these people on dramas, primetime dramas, just rip their IVs out, which is just so gross. But you're not supposed to do that, because, not good for you. I can't even get an IV in because, veins and needles and ugh. Me and Franco, I feel like I related to him today. Another nurse comes in to take him from MRI, and he's like, does that mean you have to take my IV out? Wake, dash, dash. So, sorry, apparently that's my thing today. Franco is going to leave the hospital to find Elizabeth, and by the time Nathan comes over, Franco is gone. At Sunny's place, Ava's there bringing back Avery, and Sunny has questions for her about her gallery and, if she's heard anything. I haven't had the ECAT microphone in so long. I'm so happy. Anyway, he wants to know who the Jerome enemies are, and Sunny asks if internally anyone has, unexpectedly died and someone's moved up the ranks, and we get some info. So she mentions Buzz, and I'm like, haha, not really. Hammer died, apparently, and that just makes me so sad. He was such a huge part of the show and of my, there was Brick and Hammer. Now it's going to happen to Brick. His counterpart is gone. I'm broken inside hearing this. And Pete, obviously, the driver. And Sunny asks about cousins or siblings, and she says no, they're all dead. And then Sunny gets a call. At the park, I think, Valentine took Nina outside, in the cold to talk to her because, he didn't want to talk inside, which I gotta give him some credit for, because everyone else, every other character just says their business, in the middle of a crowded hallway. I feel like Valentine is self-aware, he didn't want to share, the past of his life with anyone, and he tells her that he and Anna were cadets together at the WSB Training Academy, and then tells her about the scoliosis and that he wasn't allowed to wear a brace as a kid because, there wasn't enough money, and since he was sent to boarding school, the boarding school wasn't going to do it, so his back distortion, worsened, and he was in a lot of pain, and basically his whole body was twisted. I mean, we saw in the flashback, and it really could have been helped, but, nobody did anything. And he says Anna never pitied him, or at least not that he saw, and that they were friends, but one day he tried to kiss her, and she was horrified, but she never said it. And I'm like, well, and, you talked to her, and she said you just caught her off guard. So, I mean, obviously you go through something like that. I can't blame him for, internalizing it, But I really don't think Anna meant it like that. I truly do believe she was just taken off guard. And Nina says that she's glad he got the surgeries because he deserves to be the person he is now. And then calls Anna, well, not by name, but basically calls her ugly inside for not seeing how incredible he is. And he looks in her eyes to see if she pities him or is disgusted, and she's not. And I'm like, ah. It's just, ugh. He has her so twisted. Oh my god, I wrote that! I wrote these last night. I watched the episode, but then I didn't film last night because it got really late. Anyway, they're cold, and she has to run an errand before they go home, and so does he, kind of. At Anna's, Anna is checking her email. Someone's at the door, and it's Laura and Lulu. They want to talk about Valentine, and they ask if there's anything more she's found, because they want to use it in the custody battle. She says she's found out that they knew each other years ago, and then tells them the name he was under, and mentions that he looked a lot different back then. She also says he was a decent person and they were friends and there was goodness in him, and she sees that goodness with Charlotte, and like you can tell Lulu and Laura aren't thrilled. You can't blame them. But then Anna suggests maybe meeting him halfway, and Lulu, like, that was too much for Lulu. She's like, no. And Laura thinks that, she should go for it, like, so she can bond with Charlotte while they make their case, like, against Valentine. But then Lulu, like, leaves very quickly. And Laura, once Lulu leaves, she seems angry at Anna, and she can tell Anna's holding back, and Anna says, like, look, there is something, but, like, I honestly don't remember right now, but I will tell you, like, when I remember. And then Laura chastises her, and, like, obviously tensions are high because now Anna, who, like, they thought was on their side, which, I mean, she is, like, it's almost like she's like softening up to Valentine, but like Laura and Lulu can't look past the fact that he killed Nicholas, obviously. So, I mean, there's just a lot of moving parts here. At the PCPD, Alexis isn't a suspect in Tom Baker's murder anymore. Forensics backs up her story that she didn't do it. So, yay, Alexis. See, that's why you should be honest, because sometimes you carry around guilt that you don't have to have because you didn't do it. But by holding it inside, you think you did it. Julian comes in, and Dante has questions about Franco for him, and he's adamant that it wasn't him, and, yeah. Alexis and Diane come out of the interrogation room, and Julian asks if she confessed. Diane says that she did nothing wrong, and Alexis says she'll speak to Julian, and she says she did confess, but then remembered that she never stabbed Tom, and he's genuinely relieved. So Alexis is intent on telling Dante the story of hitting Julian with her car. And Julian's like, no, don't do that. And she's like, what, you want to have something over me? And he's like, no, but, like, if you do that, I'll just lie and say I remember and it wasn't you. And he just wants her to have a clean slate, and she's not sure if she's ready for that. Back at General Hospital, Dante arrives to go through the records of the storage unit, and turns out the person who owns the unit is S. Baker. And Sam got Julian's information, for the physical therapy. They're scheming. Don't forget, Sam and Jason are scheming, so something good's going to happen. At Seth Baker's place, where this whole thing kind of culminates, Seth wants to tell Elizabeth the truth about the album, and he saw Tom attack a woman in the alley. He was there. So, I mean, already, if you didn't already have your suspicions, he had to be the one to stop him. And he says the woman ran, and it was the first time he saw his brother as a predator. Like, he witnessed it firsthand, and that, I mean, it affected him, and he had to stop him. And, like, he legit just confesses to murder right there, and he's kind of broken up about it because he does, by all intents and purposes, seem like a decent human being. So Elizabeth says he was defending all these women and he doesn't deserve to be prosecuted. And he says he will deserve to be prosecuted for what he did to Franco. So he says that he beat Franco really bad. Like, he was just kind of overcome and left him in a storage locker. And Seth feels destroyed by his brother and, kind of like what Tom's victims went through. Like, now he's another victim. And she says that, look, I survived it and I built a life and you could survive it too. Just let me call the police. Then Franco comes busting in and hits Seth, and Seth says he's not like Tom, and he confesses to everything, and Franco's angry, obviously, and, like, Seth's like, kill me, I deserve it. But Franco doesn't kill him, because he doesn't want to be the person who chooses who lives and dies anymore. Like, he wants that all behind him. And then the police come in, and now, they do their police thing, and, obviously Seth, it's like, no, it's Seth, not Franco. And, like, then when Franco and Elizabeth are together, I was kind of, like, liking them again. I don't know. Maybe it's just because this whole thing turned Franco around so much in such a blatant way. But, like, I'm kind of on board-ish again. I'm still, like, I'm not sure how I feel, but, like, I'm back on this side more than that side. So, are you feeling that too, or are you just like, no, I can't? Because I don't know. I am so conflicted when it comes to these characters. And that end scene. Jason calls Sonny. That's who the call was that Sonny got. And he asked if he could get to the hospital in the next hour. He could use a visit from an old friend. But that would make Sonny violate his house arrest. So I don't know what they're doing. Alexis tells Diane she's not sure if she wants her license back. She's not ready, and that's what she's going to tell the committee. But even if she had it back, she wouldn't have to, like, practice. So, like, I don't get it, but, you know, whatever. And Diane's going to say she's writing a novel. I don't know. Julian tells Alexis he's proud of her. Anna gets back on her laptop. There's an email about Ivan Theodore from Robert. It's a picture of him from back then, just left open on her laptop. Nina barges into Anna's house and asks what she wants with her husband. And I'm like, Nina, why are you acting like you have, like, such a history here? Like, come on. Lulu and Valentine meet at the Floating Rib. She wants to talk about Charlotte, so could she possibly be taking all this to heart? Seth Baker is arrested. Dante wants to take a statement. Elizabeth says Franco has to go back to the hospital. She absolutely insists on it. And then Franco kisses her, and I'm apparently back on this train, at least a little bit. Like, just trains leaving the station. What are you going to do? That is it for yesterday's Denver Hospital recap. Tomorrow's will probably be up. Today's probably be up tomorrow morning because I'm not going to be home tonight. But I will keep you updated, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.